Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm live and I'm in here. All right. Hello. Good evening, you guys. So, hello to the chat. Hello, Taz Baller. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Well, there's only like a couple of people in here, but that's okay. So, I want to talk about setting the bar higher on your income and the importance of doing that. Like I was saying earlier, I believe that a lot of people have fears of money. Even though they probably don't want to admit it, they probably do have fears of money. But how can I say this? It's very important for you to set the bar higher on your income. And if you have an earning capacity that is less than what your family needs, then I think it's really important for you to start thinking about, how can I earn more money legally? What can I do? Well, the first thing that you have to do is you have to raise your worth. You have to actually believe that you're worth more than where you're at now. Okay? And I think that it can be extremely easy to look around you at the world and blame everybody else for your shortcomings. In particular, if you are a male or a female that has several children, your income needs to go up for those children. If they are not, then you're not setting the bar higher for yourself. There's no way in God's green earth that a family can even sustain themselves off of 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. That is not enough for a person that is almost in their 50s. You should be making more than that. And I'm serious about that. And I'm not trying to be, because y'all know I'm not bougie. I'm very down to earth. I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it's time for people to start wanting more. I think if you actually want more and then you think more of yourself, then perhaps you'll get more. Because I believe that anybody that is basically scraping and scrimping, which is bad because there's a lot of us that live paycheck to paycheck. So that's pretty bad when you're in that position. And I'm not coming down on anybody that is, because y'all know I have my struggles. But I think it's really important for people to think more of themselves, and therefore you may have more. I believe that it's called finding your north. And I believe that people that don't earn enough money, they tend to get frustrated because their thoughts or perceptions or attitudes is going to be different from somebody that does earn it. Now, I heard somebody that has been degrading me for the past several years, and he bragged about how he made 30 grand on YouTube last year. And I said, oh my God, was that it? So it's just certain stuff I won't do unless I'm getting paid for it. Okay. I got to be getting well paid. If I was doing all that clowning, I'd be, I'd be retired if I was doing all that clowning. So you use more of your energy to get nothing. Literally, you can't even feed your family a decent meal with that amount of money. And this person has several children. And there's a problem with that. If you brought several children into this world, your income needs to match that by any means necessary. And the excuses that a lot of people make, I'm sorry, it's just not good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that a man making 30,000 a year, that I would reject him. Hell no. I wouldn't necessarily reject somebody making 20 something thousand per year. Unfortunately, the way that the world works, though, is that men don't tend to like to have a woman that makes more money than them. And see, I'm not even the type of person that will throw it up in your face. I'll just spoil you and the rest of my family. That's just the way I am. Because that's the only reason why I even want to earn money, is because I want to be able to take care of my kids, right? And if you have several children, grandchildren, you have to set the bar higher. Think more of yourself, because that just wouldn't be enough for me, especially with all the behavior that this person did. I mean, my goodness gracious, it's like squeezing blood out of a turnip. I think when you raise the bar, then you'll get more. Until then, you're going to get less, and you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be upset. You're going to blame the whole world. Oh, I'm going to blame single mothers because I only earn 30,000, and I think that is partially the issue with a lot of people. And it's like I said, I'm not the type of woman to judge a man, because I'll take one that's flat broke. I'm not even going to lie to you. That means nothing. But if you are flat broke and you have several children that you're not taking care of, this is going to produce a debt in your life, because your energy is not conducive to what you have created. And it makes no sense. It doesn't. It makes no sense. Now, I'm not saying that I would take somebody flat broke, but I'm not the type of person to judge people. I'm not the type of person that I'm not a gold digger. I'm really honestly not. And y'all, that's obvious that I'm not like that. But I think that when you feel better about yourself, then you will do better. And then you won't have to worry about why you feel that you're missing out, and why you feel that your baby mama ruined your life, and they did this and they did that. Children are supposed to be an inspiration. I know that for me, I'm inspired by my children every single day. I was kind of the Four of Cups before I ever gave birth to children. I felt empty. Okay. I just think that at the end of the day, stop looking so much at the circumstances and the trickery around you, and start to understand what your potential is. Now, if that's what your potential is, then that's fine. But I can tell you that, that would put you at the bottom of the totem pole completely. Because let me tell you something. There's some people, I can pull up my receipts. I think I spent 30,000 on food alone, just on food alone last year. Not to mention toilet paper, and then also bills. And I'm gonna tell you something else. The one thing that I can't stand is a cheap man, though. I don't like cheap men. I don't like cheap, because you need to treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. That's what life is about, and for me, the only reason why I would have ever made that amount of money is because I was sitting down having children. You see what I'm saying? So, because it's not enough. I mean, you got to understand that there are people over in other countries and the cost of living is different. The money exchange is different in these other countries. But, what is the deal with so many people that want to accept less where we're at right now? Why do you feel the need to accept less? And those people that want more, you're constantly harassing them. I mean, if I would have made that low amount with several sets of children, and I'm sitting up here bragging about making that small amount of money when you have children. And see, so that's why people hate the children. This is why this person hates children. He hates the fact that he had children, okay? Because he's like, well, that's enough for me. But, with the kids, oh, well. And it's like, what if your daughter wants to get married? What if your kids want to go to college? We got to start thinking about other stuff other than that. Even though I don't have a college education, I want all my children to go to college. If that's what they want, not going to force them, but if that's what they want, then they can do it. Okay. And I think that college is an amazing experience. I actually went to school. I went to community college, and then I went and studied to be a medical assistant. And it was, you guys know the story. It was always meant for me to come and do exactly this. And so that's why I'm here. But I think that people need to raise their standards and raise the bar higher on your income and to not be afraid of it. This is the only way you're going to successfully have a family, and it's the only way you're going to feel better. Your spirit is going to constantly keep bothering you as long as you are not earning your keep for yourself, not for nobody else, just for yourself. And so that's why there's people that will get an attitude. They'll, attack people that are trying to do better because they don't feel anything better about themselves. And see, when you are using your energy to better yourself, then you'll notice that your income will go higher and higher. But there's a lot of people that are afraid of that. And it proved my point of what I've been saying about people that are afraid of that. And it creates a deficit. It creates debt, even in your kids' lives. When you are not earning your potential, then guess who's going to be afflicted? Guess who's going to be affected? Your children. They're going to be affected by that. And you can't get mad at the kids. You can't get mad at the children. What you created them. And I keep seeing this dynamic over and over again where, and you know how they say that you can take a person out of their environment, but you can't take their environment out of them. And that is the truth. However, when you are out here in social media, like especially on YouTube, you got to understand that if you have over 100,000 subscribers, you are going to earn six figures, just hands down. If you have over 100,000 subscribers, you're going to get that. You're going to get that. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of people don't understand that you are in a pool of other sharks, and these people want to get theirs. And so you have to be up there with those people and on that level and thinking the same way. Otherwise, you're going to always feel out of place. You're going to always be confused to the point where you'll come online and you'll say, the heck with all these children. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. So what you have to do is you have to look at your standards and you have to raise them way up high. And it don't have nothing to do with how you look, because I've seen young people, you know, become millionaires, and I've seen older people become millionaires, or either, you know, they just become wealthy and well off. And if you're going to be wealthy, first of all, you have to change your behavior. You do. And you have to change how you feel about money, because there's a lot of people that have a horrible relationship with money. And that would be it. In particular, if you have a debt, that's debt. You know, if you have more than one child, you know, and so then that's when a lot of people will say, well, just give all the children to the already rich people. Huh? Give away your children to somebody rich? I mean, they talk that way, they act like that, they behave that way. And you have got to set the bar higher. Now, I understand that there's a lot of people that can't do that. And the reason why you can't is because it's something that has been ingrained inside of your brain. It's something that's been ingrained in your brain. And you don't really understand the importance of growth. Okay. See, you know, I probably made that in my 30s, in my 20s. You see what I'm saying? And I should have been making more than that. But for so long, I was caught up in that trap, because that's exactly what it is. It is a trap. And instead of you using your energy to better yourself and to manifest more, you're wasting your energy complaining. Hey, Sag 30, you're wasting your energy complaining about all of your responsibilities. And you just have to set a better example. It's, you know, a lot of people are thinking, well, and then when they're faced with it, they say, well, money is not everything, Jamila. Nobody said that. But it's not going to change anytime soon. I looked at the year 2029. It's going to get worse. And you got to catch up. You know, you are on planet Earth. You know, you're not anywhere else. You're not on the moon. You're not on the sun. You are on planet Earth. And this earth has a lot of abundance. Now, women have for a long time been considered a benefit or tangible, because women can reproduce. And to a lot of people, that reproduction can lead to the growth of their business. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. And you have to be able to see that pie in the sky instead of just tripping off of what you got, which is the dirt under your feet. You got to understand that there's more out there than just the dirt under your feet. You're welcome, Sag 30. When you think more of yourself, when you say, no, I want this, it's not about need. I told y'all, don't ever go into a job interview saying, well, I got 3 kids, so I need about this. No, you tell them people what you're worth. Now, jobs are going to be very limited on how much you can make. They are. And you can even tell people, if you're on YouTube and you have captured an audience, you have the opportunity to do so much more than what you have been doing. Why are you still acting as if we're working at a company? I don't work for YouTube. I just get a check every now and then, but I don't work for them. I work for myself. So there's a difference. But we've got a lot of YouTubers on here They act like we all are employees by YouTube, but we're not employed by YouTube. You are an independent entity. Unless you make some AdSense money, that is what you're gonna get. And to be honest with you, unless you have 100 grand, 100,000 followers, then more than likely you're gonna make a little bit here and there, but that's all you're gonna make. You're gonna limit yourself. So you have to set the bar higher. When you start setting the bar higher, then you will no longer need to come on here and roast nobody. You don't have to make silly statements like, don't nobody want them kids. You the one that don't want them kids. There are plenty of men that will get into a relationship with a woman with children, and they will provide for that woman and her children, and it is because they can. And it happens every single day. It just don't happen in poor neighborhoods, because a poor man is not going to have anything to freaking offer. Right, exactly. If you're making, see, that's why I told you guys, and they laughed at me, because I was doing money spells. They thought it was funny. It's ha ha he. Oh, you over there broke doing money spells, and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, no, I set the bar higher for what I wanted for myself, and I took it and I got it, because ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. If you want something, you gonna have to take it. And you don't have to take it from somebody else. You take it from the universe. Everybody comes into this world with a certain amount connected to them. Your children are worth a certain amount. And see, a lot of people don't understand that. So that's why they continue to be poverty ridden and are trying to pass poverty off to other people. I don't understand why anybody would either go to church or go to their altar and say, I want this person to not have nothing. I want to go mess up this person's money. Why would you put your energy into doing that instead of making your own? Why would you do that? So as soon as you start to raise your standards and raise the bar, and you start to think more of yourself, when you start to think more of yourself, then you'll do better. And staying wrapped up in crapola, you got to get out of the crapola. Staying wrapped up in that stuff every single, and doing this and that, that literally, you would feel better about yourself if you actually go and see. This is where the hermit comes in, because the hermit represents the Virgo, which is earth energy, which is energy of the north. So this is the reason why the hermit represents somebody that they have to spend some time alone so that they can think, because a lot of times you're not going to be able to think, and you got to be able to think in order for you to, bring out or to pull forth that talent, whatever that inner talent is. But then again, there's some people that just don't want no better. They don't want more than what they have because they really can't handle it. It would be a very, very scary experience for somebody to have, a lot of money like that, just to spend. If they wouldn't know how to behave. They wouldn't know how to act. It would be scary for them. There's a lot of people that are scared of money, and they want you to be scared of money too. And I was actually scared of money up until 2017. I worked on myself that whole year, because the absolute thought of millions of dollars was scary to me. I was like, oh my God, it would be a different life. So you have to, like, some of us are so messed up with that mind control thing that we have to ease into it. You have to, uh-oh, guys, hold on. I got a little one upstairs. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I wasn't going to be here that long. I just wanted to come and just open up some minds to that maybe you should set the bar higher. And then maybe you wouldn't be frustrated because, you know, a lot of people are not making enough to, if you're not making enough to take care of your family, then you just have to do it. And you know what? A lot of women, guess what? We had to do it. We didn't have a choice. And, you know, they can sit up here and say, oh, well, all y'all women is on welfare. And we know that that's not the truth, because welfare ain't gonna never make nobody happy. That ain't enough money. You know, that ain't even enough money to cover your bills. That's not enough money to cover anything. You see what I'm saying? And the world doesn't want to hear your excuses. There's no excuse. You know, and you know the most famous saying these days is I can't. And y'all need to quit saying that, because so many people say that. And that's actually a spell that you're speaking over yourself. No, you can. You can. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at the major arcanas. I'm going to be doing that as part of the daily tarot lesson that I'm going to be doing on the channel. Absolutely, I'd love to go over the Magician card. In fact, that is actually the next one. After the Fool, the Magician comes up. Okay. So you go from the Fool to the Magician. You advance to the Magician is what you advance to. Okay. And you still have to be the Fool in order to even make all that work. You still have to be that, because how else is it going to work? Because the second something happens, you're going to be, you know, you become discouraged. You become discouraged, you know, and then you want to go out and you want to discourage others. Okay. Discourage is lack of courage. You see what I'm saying? So that means that you don't have what it takes to actually make it. And there's a problem with that. And you can't sit up here and look at women and say, well, because I can't make it, you got to be codependent. No, honey. No, no. You need to get up there where other people are at and stop complaining, because you're going to continue to complain. You're going to have nothing but complaints every single day, because you're complacent to that and you accept that. And then you're thinking, well, you know, they said that the world was getting ready to end anyway. So then you just want to sit around and do nothing. And you're actually not thinking. A lot of people are not thinking. So when you're setting the bar higher on your income, stop looking at what you need and start going for what you want. I told y'all that needy is not good. When you have a need, that's not good. And you don't never walk into no job interview saying to them, because they're going to pay you less. They're going to pay you less. There's people working at Walmart making $20 and $25 and $30 an hour. But they'll see you coming in the door, they'll pay you $8.50. Because they know that you don't think much of yourself. And if you don't ask for it, you're not going to receive it. You're just not. And it's nobody else's fault, is it? But your own. And you can't blame your children for being born. You can't blame them and say, well, I should have never had these kids, and I had them with the wrong woman, and I did. No. You got to get it together. Whether or not you're a male or a female, you got to get it together. Stop making excuses. Every day it's an excuse. When, you know, while you're making those excuses, there are other people that are out there getting what they want to get. Is you getting it in? And if you're not getting it, then you got to look at yourself, and you got to take a thorough analysis of yourself. I mean, that's really all that you can do. I mean, you can look at your situation. Now, women actually, I believe women have it harder than men because we're discriminated against so much. And then we have to deal with sexual harassment at the job and then other stuff. And then some heifer competing with us because, hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All of a sudden, I'm feeling like some psychic attack energy because, lo and behold, boy, the people that don't have a good earning potential, boy, they sure do know how to psychically attack folks. So I just wanted to give you guys some inspiration and to know that you can't listen to other people that say, no, you can't do that. They're not going to let you do that. You can't do that. They ain't going to let you do that. You can't do that. You ain't going to let you do that. Well, why did I do it then? Exactly. They know how to psychically attack, but they don't know how to manifest no money. Okay. And so, I do money spells for people. I do money unblockers. I do provide that service for people. Um, you know, and a lot of people need to understand that, you have to be able to grow. You sent some too in Philly. Yeah, they don't like this conversation at all. They don't like it. And then they were already angry at me from earlier when I did that hangout. If you don't like what I say about religion, then you can always unsub from the channel and quit watching me because I'm never going to conform to that religion. I'm not going to ever conform to it. I had somebody come over here today and tell me that I was evil and I needed to repent. And I asked him, I said, well, repent for what exactly? What is it that I need to repent from? So, it's a lot of people that are really, really messed up with that religion. But they still have spiritual gifts, but yet they judge me. Boy, they sit around and, they they trip, and instead they use all that energy to try to bring down other people instead of bringing themselves up. It makes no sense to me. It doesn't. You all know that it doesn't make any sense. It's a waste of energy and it's a waste of time. It truly is. Okay. So hold on a minute, you guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So it's just sad. It really is. And it's not sad. It's just that they're not there yet. That's just the reality of it, is that they are not there where you're at, or where I'm at, because they don't believe in their own abilities. And instead of them paying attention to the abilities that they have, they rather complain, act a fool, avoid, debate, delude everybody. And in the meantime, their children are going without. And that's the problem that I have with it. Because you know what? When I was complaining years ago, didn't nobody make no excuses for me. They told me to go out there and get it. They ain't never allowed me to use nobody as an excuse or a scapegoat. Yeah, those people can make it harder on you. Absolutely. It's irritating because along with your energy that you have to use for your business, mine, then I have to use also energy for, certain people that are codependent, you know? So it's just the reality of it. And when you start to live in reality, because I swear to you, I used to complain a lot too. Well, he won't help me, and I don't got this, and I ain't got that. Quit complaining about it. I was told that my friend Antonio had got killed in a car accident on March 1922 and 27. My cousin had told me that this had happened, but I don't believe that he died. So is he still alive or did he die? I'm not doing no reading tonight. You're gonna have to come go to the website and get a reading. I'm just on here talking. Gotta quit making excuses. One excuse after another. But in the meantime, you're not getting anywhere. All you have to do is just admit that you were wrong. And a lot of them try to discourage me, try to dog me out. Oh, you ain't gonna have nothing. You don't. And to be honest with you, I earned a lot of money last year, and it still wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough. You know. And while it certainly doesn't help people going on smear campaigns against folks and trying to mess up their money, but am I going to give that excuse to my children when they asking me for food? Am I going to say, I'm sorry, baby, I don't have any food for you to eat today because they said that I was broke? Come on now. Okay, come on now. You got to stop that. You got to quit making excuses, and you got to quit trying to scapegoat on other people. If you don't earn enough money to support your children, then go out and do it. And that doesn't. Thank you, Sag 30. Yeah, they are very reasonable. I agree. So when you know better, you'll do better. They say that a lot, but a lot of people don't really truly understand what that means. When you know better, you'll do better because you'll think more of yourself. If I would have only made 30,000 last year, I wouldn't even still be here. That would have been a waste of my time, especially with all the crapola I was going through. That wouldn't even have been worth it to me. You know why? Because I know that I'm worth more than that. And it's how I feel about myself. So being that I feel that way about myself, then that is going to obviously make me a person that is going to manifest more than a person that's down and out. That's down and out. And you don't want to be down and out. You don't ever want to be down and out. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have that self-love and that motivation first. And you definitely can't cop out by saying, oh, well, you know, I had all these women and they was opening up their legs and then that's still my excuse. No, that's not the way you're supposed to be doing it. You're supposed to be getting out there and getting it. You ain't supposed to be sitting around wasting time, you know, dang near getting ready to go to jail. FBI called on you, you know, you calling child services to folks' house, and that's all that you made with all of that. I'm sorry, I would have been a millionaire by now if I'd been doing all that. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sell myself for cheap. I just don't do it. And, you know, a lot of people will try to say that, oh, you're ugly and you're fat and all that stuff. Well, I know that those things are not true. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to do better. Okay. I got to go, guys. I hope that I inspired somebody right before midnight on Thursday, the day of prosperity. And I hope that people understand that. I hope that people understand that is as far as what I'm saying. And then to a lot of the ladies, don't let your baby daddy's debt get to you. For me, I forgive all of the child support. You know, and because it was not just a debt for him, it was also a debt for me. It really was, you know, when you actually think about it. Your children should not be debt. That's a problem with that. I'll talk about that tomorrow. I got to go. I got to get my grandbaby. I love you guys. Love, light, and blessings. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.